That's me clapping for DC because they've just like they're so beautiful. I love you, DC. Um,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
yeah, the,
Wow.
DC's you've really blown us away. Thank you. So this is episode one, I guess you could say, of the Film Nerds podcast, and I'm once again here with my host Osman or DC Nerd Culture.
Hello. Yeah,
Um,
what's up? You can follow me on DC Nerd Culture.
right, and I realized I didn't say my name last time, so my name is Matthew, by the way, and I'm Film Nerds on Instagram. And same thing goes for me. We're gonna be posting stuff on there. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
All right. Enjoy the episode. Shit, that was something, man. That was
It was really good. I
yeah.
joined. Did you join the actual thing, or did you just watch the stuff that was posted online?
I joined the full like I got like I came on like 20 minutes before it started and I was like, "Oh." And when I got on the website was down.
Oh yeah, that happened to me too. The schedule wasn't available or something, right? And then it
Yeah,
came
yeah,
back
yeah,
after.
something like that.
Yeah,
And I thought you had to like have to yeah, I thought you had to like sign up and everything and like have
yeah,
like a account there, but turns out you just all you really had to do is just like get like a schedule, which listen, honestly,
hmm
I as a whole, I think they like did really well.
yeah. They did. It was really surprising. Everything seemed very organized and it
Yeah,
rolled
yeah,
really
yeah.
smoothly. Was
And
it
it's
most
like
stuff pre-recorded?
yeah, most of it was I think it all was pre-recorded
Oh,
because
okay,
like
yeah.
I don't think they would risk like yeah, I don't think they would
Yeah.
risk like live stream stuff, even
hmm
though it technically it was like a live stream.
Yeah. What was your favorite panel?
It's it's gotta be a mix between uh the Batman and uh Suicide Squad probably, I think. The movie,
Yeah.
not
The
the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The game one, I heard a lot of people were disappointed.
I did
That's what I
I
heard when
everyone
people
like
started posting.
they like they put out like the both games, the Arkham Knights one. Is that
Yeah.
Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
And
Gotham. The one where
it,
Bruce is dead, right?
yeah, supposedly. And
Yeah.
then the Suicide Squad game. Everyone like
Yeah.
gave a lot of like flack to the Gotham Knights one because it's like because they've been waiting so long and
Yeah.
like this is a little yeah, it's a little underwhelming. I like it. It looks alright for me.
It looks decent. Yeah. I like that they're focusing on the Bat family. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. What was your favorite panel?
Probably the Batman because well, I wasn't really able to watch all of them like
Right.
thoroughly. So probably the Batman. The Batman was the one that I actually sat down and I watched. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it was amazing hearing Matt Reeves talk. Like he was so enthusiastic. Like
He
he like actually
dude,
knows
he
his
knows
stuff.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I've never
He's
been so
really on top
confident.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I watched like the start, most of the start, and then
hmm
like I came in and out. But then the problem was right.
hmm
I was on Twitter as well. I was on Twitter. I was on Discord. I was like talking to people on Instagram.
Yeah,
Stuff was getting leaked like left and right, and it was like I. It's probably like yeah, it's their first time doing it, but like also like you really had to if you didn't want to if you wanted to go in blind, you had to like
yeah,
give up everything. You just had to watch the live stream.
yeah. I'm
Um,
glad I didn't watch it. I watched the Batman one live. That was probably the best one.
See, the thing is that what happened to me was very early in the night. I got the Snyder Cut trailer leaked for me, and
Oh
I
really?
watched it. Yeah,
Uh
and then even later on, I got like a Black Adam leak, and then after that, I got like Batman stills, and I was like,
huh.
I'm not looking at anything else because it's
Yeah.
just gonna ruin the experience. So I stayed off. I the trailer for the Batman leaked like 20 minutes before, and I was like, no,
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that long before.
No, but seeing that in real time, that was wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's probably one of
Um,
my most anticipated films as of now. For
I genuinely think it might be like because I put on like a my story like all the reactions to stuff, and
yeah,
generally I think they're being smart about it this time. Like I don't think they're like you remember like ages ago they did like this it was like a TED talk with like it wasn't a TED talk, but it felt like a TED talk, and it had like Kevin Smith as the co-host, and
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they announced like a cyborg film and a Green Lantern core film, if you remember that.
yeah, it was like very disoriented, right?
It was yeah, it was weird. It was like they were just like standing in front of a green screen and stuff. Even though
Yeah,
that was partly what DC fandom was.
yeah,
Uh they did like a joke about it. You know Will Arnett, the guy who plays
yeah,
Lego Batman, and he's in
yeah,
Arrested Development. They made like a joke about like him like teleporting into the DC fandom or whatever, which I thought
yeah,
was alright. So the Batman cowl, a lot of
yeah,
people are like, oh, it looks like really like goofy because I've heard like people say like it looks like too bulky for Pattinson,
yeah, yeah. I get you.
but I don't know.
Uh,
I
it
think it's alright.
it looks good from certain angles, and from I think that's with any suit, but it looks
Yeah,
really weird from the side.
right.
Like at some, I think there's this one shot in the trailer where you see his side profile, and it looked a little bit like clunky,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but like from the front and everything, it looks fine. And I think they're gonna do the white eyes, right? That's why he has the black marks around his eye.
I think eventually,
Yeah, I thought that was
what
really
it
cool that he has
I
a
yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of people were like, there were so many like as that was one of the pictures that leaked,
yeah, yeah,
and there were so many people who were like, there's so many like weird like Batman. I wouldn't call them fans because they just like gatekeep everything about Batman. They're like, oh, eyeliner, he looks so dumb, dude. It's like what did you expect?
yeah.
They just come on his face when that sounded so bad.
I mean, um,
No, no, no. What did you expect? Like when he puts on the mask, it just
yeah.
like it appears. That's not how
Well,
it works, you know.
yeah. I don't, I don't know. This is like an obscure reference, but I don't know if you've ever seen the minifigures that they have, like how they have the minifigures set up. It's like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I've seen
it's
the
like a
picture.
band, and I'm all like, that just made sense to me. I'm like, well, it makes sense. I mean, he needs like a way of darkening his eyes.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's cool.
Uh,
It's like,
there's a scene, and I think it's Batman '89 or the sequel.
uh-huh.
It's one of the films that Keaton is in,
Yeah,
where he like because the cowl in those films were so like clunky and like
yeah.
really big.
It's like
Like
stiff too, right?
yeah, it's really like you can't like turn your neck. It's really
Yeah,
weird. Um, also the this is just like a nitpick, but like the distance between his face and the actual mask,
yeah,
it's like you could like slip a hand in there. Like you could like there's like so much space. I don't know
yeah,
how he doesn't get caught or anything. Anyway,
yeah.
back to what I was saying. In one of the scenes in one of the films, they have a shot of him and he's
Mhm.
getting ready to like rip off his mask,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and then they cut away and then they cut back and he has no eyeliner or anything.
yeah,
And I'm like, come on, you were so close.
yeah. I mean, he clearly does because you can see like
Yeah.
around the eyes that there's
Yep.
it's like darker. Yeah, but that's cool that they're actually showing that stuff. I mean, it's a continue. It's what is it? It's year two of Batman, right?
Yep. Year two.
Yeah, that's cool. So
I think
he's
that. answers a lot of people's questions. People are like, "Oh, where's Catwoman doesn't have a suit or whatever."
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
still in the early stages, but it's not that early.
exactly. Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
cool. And I actually, he looks fine in this suit. He doesn't. People were worried about him like not being buff enough and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, but he looks good. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the
Um,
choreography too is really good.
listen, as someone who like really doesn't like the problem, the main like glaring issue with like Nolan's Batman films,
Yeah,
they're mostly great, but the problem is because he shoots, I think he shoots on film mostly. So
yeah, he does.
there's no like playback, you know, like there's no like you can't watch
Yeah,
the monitor or whatever. I mean, you can, but like there's no way to watch it back
yeah,
immediately.
yeah. I
I
get
don't
you.
think. So like there's a scene from Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
where they're on the rooftop and Catwoman and Batman are fighting like goons.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It looks so bad. Like
yeah. They like throw a punch or something, and one of them falls like
yeah,
before they even get punched, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I think it's I don't know, as a film, like the way it looks so great.
it. It feels different. It doesn't feel like well, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily going after a certain film. It feels like its own thing. It feels like
Yeah,
something fresh, you know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I think that's what's like. That's what this film has going for it. That it's nothing that we've seen before.
Yep. I
Yeah.
really liked the people compared the haircut he has and like
Uh
his
huh.
like and his like kind of like the rings around his eyes to like
Yeah.
the Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3 when he gets the
Oh.
Venom symbiote. Which listen, I it's kind of funny, but also it's like could we not find like anyone else, any like other character who has like
Yeah.
gelled down hair or whatever?
Yeah,
Is
I
he the
get you.
only reference?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? How many Batmans have we had on screen?
I want to say
Like,
like official movies. I think it's
well,
probably like
yeah,
I think it's seven Batmans.
7. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a lot, and most of them have been like from mediocre to like really bad.
yeah. I think I don't
I
mind
mean,
Bale's performance too much. It's okay. I think.
yeah, I think what weighs down a lot of Bell's performance is that like how the people, well, what would you call it? The fandom
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Christopher
yeah,
Nolan has like
yeah,
made it like the best thing ever made, and that's
yeah.
what like weighs it down for me.
Uh,
And I mean, it feels like it's eventually gonna happen with Matt Reeves too, but you know,
yeah.
it's unavoidable.
I think the problem with like making these like I don't have a problem with like ultra serious like super takes on superheroes because like they've done it in comics like DC Black Label, they've done that,
Yeah,
and that's some it is a it's not bad, that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, no, it works for the most part.
Yeah, and then they did like the problem I have with like say like Snyder's films,
Yeah,
as much as like he's a great director and what I like to say, he makes like great like compilation films almost. Like
yeah, I
stuff
get
that
you.
you can put in like a compilation and it looks amazing.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I've never actually thought about it like that.
Like all of his like so much of his films, so many of his films have like a lot of slow motion.
Yeah, it has like editing potential, right?
Yeah. It literally like someone could go into someone could go into their home editor and make like a different cut of like not a different cut, sorry, like a fan cam almost.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Yeah, he sets up a lot of his shots.
But I they look good, but the problem with like the problem I have with him, I don't think he's like a very like gifted writer for me.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
the thing that really weighs him
yeah.
down.
the
And
like he gets too much in the like the headspace of like we need to make this mature or whatever. Did you see his tweet? Like right
yeah, I saw
before
it
the yeah,
about
it's
it being for grown-ups, right, or something.
grown-ups.
Yeah.
It's laughable. Like literally you just look at that and you're like,
Yeah.
don't come on, man. You already know people make jokes about like
I mean,
whatever.
it's also hard to like say anything because people will use the argument, which I think is pretty messed up. They'll use the argument against him, like I understand he's been through a lot, but some of the stuff that he's done is like unexcusable. They
Oh,
say
yeah,
about
yeah,
his daughter and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
I'll say this. I was watching the just out of interest because I'd already seen the Snyder Cut trailer
yeah,
before his panel, but the the I think they got like two or three fans on there,
yeah,
and like the whole panel was just like kind of like really like giving into like Snyder is our lord or whatever. Like, oh, they wouldn't shut up about like how great he was. And listen, I don't hate the guy. He's fine, but like, come on, that's a little bit
it feels
like
like
vain.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's probably due to the fact too that like you're meeting the person that you started this, in the name of or whatever.
Right?
I guess
Yeah.
that also adds to it, but yeah, I understand that was a little too.
It, the thing is, it wasn't like all the other panels were about like the characters of the story. Even the films, even like Aquaman, the
Yeah.
Aquaman panel. It wasn't a panel specifically for the sequel. It was just
Uh-huh.
an Aquaman panel. But at
Okay.
least they talked about like the the characters and the story and what could happen in the next movie. But like this one, they were just like, what was that? That was just like, and
It was just
the fact that he said like, oh, this is for grown-ups.
yeah,
It's what's funny? It's ironic because the minute the of what's it called? Reeves's Batman trailer came out, that comment like aged kind of badly because like Reeves's Batman makes Snyder's films look like the Teletubbies. Like it
yeah,
already like the tone shift. It's not only like it's not only warranted. It
yeah,
like it makes sense in the world. You know.
yeah. There's like a reason for it. It's not just like dark for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that that's one problem that can be heavy about Snyder's films is that they're overly depressing for no reason.
Yep. Yep.
They're like, I understand like sometimes a director has to take that decision to do that to set the mood for like stuff that is coming up, but Snyder just does it like in every film he makes.
Yeah, no, 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 you're not even wrong. Have you seen Watchmen, the film he
Yes, I
made?
have. Yes.
What'd you think of it?
Well, to be honest, I haven't rewatched it in a while, but I watched it when I was like 11 or something, and I thought it was
Right.
pretty decent. But
See,
um,
the thing is, right? As an acclaimed like I really, really love the graphic novel, the
yeah,
original one. I think it's amazing, but
yeah,
the actual like adaptation
hmm
again, like it's going back to that thing. He's not a very gifted like storyteller. Like he doesn't get it. I don't think.
yeah. I think that's the big problem. He doesn't get the characters. He thinks he
No, he really
does,
doesn't.
and I feel like no one actually has like the guts to correct him, and that's why we get these
Yeah,
mediocre films.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, uh, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in seeing what the Snyder Cut looks like and what it is or whatever.
yeah,
But like, at some point, just have to move on. You know, like we have to stop like waiting for like, oh guys, look, Zack Snyder, he's coming back.
yeah.
It's like, come on, that's a little bit like it's like I feel like that's living in the past too much.
Well, is he coming back to direct anything anymore, or is he?
I think he's making like a zombie film for Netflix, I think.
I heard about that, but I didn't know if it
But
was true or not.
yeah. No, no, no. He did it, there was like recent news about like like a recast in his film.
Oh,
As you know, are you
okay.
familiar with Chris D'Elia, whatever
Yeah,
his
I
name is?
think yeah, I heard a lot of people were posting that they were glad that because hadn't he been involved in
Yeah, he had
a
like lots of
case?
like
He had backlash.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of like scandal stuff, and
Hmm.
he's in the film, so I think they might like reshoot like his part. Yeah, yeah, they cast another actress to play like a comedian who's
Yeah.
also like him to play his role.
Oh, it's Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, that one.
All right. Yeah.
Which I mean, fair enough. It's not Snyder's fault, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I I'll give him like personally back in
Hmm.
like 2016, 2017
Yeah.
when I was kind of like not really like I wasn't really into anything. I was just kind of like floating around, and then like slowly I started finding like superhero TV shows and like movies and comics and stuff.
Mhm.
And like what's it called? Back then, because like Snyder's films were the only like main DC films, and everyone thought that the DCU was gonna rival the MCU.
Yeah.
Like literally, like the you know the like the old comic book community on Instagram, that was just built on like talking about what Justice League might be or what BVS could lead to or whatever.
Yeah. That was like,
And like, yeah,
was that before the app changed?
that was before the algorithm and everything.
Okay. Yeah. And
Um,
most of those accounts like disappeared, right?
most of those disappeared.
Yeah.
Um, but like that, his his era of like DC films, it kind of like gave me an in. Like I kind of like got to I joined the community back then, and then like I met like loads of people from just talking about his films or whatever.
Yeah.
But like as I've like watched more films and watched more superhero movies, and just as time has progressed, like they don't really look that impressive now, you know?
Yeah. He's just a very blind director. He doesn't have anything that really stands out about him.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just I don't hate him. I don't like his fans.
I think that's one of the that's one of the big problems that everybody has with him. Like his community is so
Yeah.
like they worship him basically.
Yeah, they worship the dirt between his toes. They like they worship everything. Like, are you a big game person?
Not really. I mean, the last time I had a console was like a 360. And that was it.
Ah, okay,
Yeah, but
okay, fair enough.
if you want it, you can go ahead. I mean,
I'm I- I'm moving out in like in December to
December.
January ish. So I'm hoping to get like a game console. So I wasn't looking forward, but I was interested to see what the games could be. And I get that like there's like a lot of like disappointment
Hmm.
from fans of like the Arkham games and whatever,
Yeah,
but I think it's okay. I don't think it looks that bad. I think it's all right.
it looks decent. The only problem, because I'm in a comic book group chat, and they were talking about the only really thing that they were talking about was that Robin's design looks kind of weird. But other than
Yeah,
that,
it's like weird like inverted Red Robin colors,
yeah, and that's what people were saying that he was.
and also in one of the screenshots, Batgirl has like her Burnside suit with like the weird mask that like it doesn't it doesn't protect her identity. It's just like
Yeah,
just looks cool. It
yeah,
doesn't even look cool. It looks really dumb. Anyway,
yeah.
uh,
I get you.
she gets a better mask in one of the trailers. Do you want to know something funny? I thought was funny.
Hmm. But
The 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 Gotham Knights game. Apparently, it's not connected to the Arkham universe. but the Suicide Squad game that is connected.
Wait, wait, so Gotham Knights is something new, right? It's
I think it's uh, I don't know if you want spoilers or whatever. Spoilers for Arkham Knight. I haven't even played it, but I know the ending.
oh,
Batman dies essentially.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's the
But I mean,
continuation.
yeah, but
All
like
right,
also like Batman dies.
yeah.
So like he's not dead, but like he's gone in the story universe for a bit.
There's like a protocol,
Uh
right? That the
there is a
mansion or something
protocol,
that
yeah.
blows up or something. Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. So people are saying like this is like a very close alternate universe where Batman also dies, but it's just different, I guess.
Yeah. Um.
But funnily enough, the Suicide Squad game,
mhm.
it's set in the Arkham universe. Even though that we don't even know if Batman is going to show up in that.
I probably, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't.
At some point, I think that's the big like third act reveal. Like that's like the end,
Yeah,
like kind of thing. Batman shows up as the big villain that they fight.
yeah, but the games look good. I saw some of the gameplay, but I left because it wasn't really something that appeals to me that much, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's cool that well, DC fans are getting a lot this year or next year.
They really are,
Yeah,
man.
it's
I think what's supposed to come out next year? The Snyder Cut,
yeah.
Batman, Black Adam, and Suicide Squad.
Damn, that's a
Pretty
lot.
good,
Yeah.
I'd say. It's kind of been like almost a long time coming. I don't make excuses for my account, but like I've been my account and my profile picture.
Uh huh.
It's been the same. Like I haven't changed it
Really?
since like my account.
Oh. Oh, so it's been.
I yeah.
Uh,
I had like like a temporary name when I first started, but then I changed it to this
uh,
because I was a big DC fan. I still am really, but I sometimes I'll turn up in like comment sections and stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a fucking DC fan. What do you know?" And I'm like, "That's just my name. Come on, I don't pick sides, you know."
yeah.
So essentially, what I'm saying is DC fans are discriminated against,
Yeah.
and you know like the meme where it's like, "Oh, gamers need gamers should rise up,"
Oh,
whatever.
gamers rights.
DC fans,
Yeah.
rise up, everybody! It's happening.
Well, I mean, this is cool. This is like we haven't gotten this in a while. I think the last time people were really excited was
Nope.
the Justice League.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
no, actually, Man of Steel. Man of Steel was when everybody like lost their shit.
Have you seen? It reminds me. Have you seen the video of BVS getting announced at San Diego Comic Con
No, I
in
haven't.
like 2014? I think.
No.
Okay, okay. So it starts with the guy who now apparently plays Martian.
Right.
The guy who plays Swanwick.
Hmm.
He starts. I'll send the video to you.
All right.
Essentially, he starts reading the speech that Batman says to Superman in The Dark Knight Returns,
Uh huh.
the movie, and also the comic book. He's finished his speech, right?
Yeah.
And the Superman logo comes up,
Hmm.
and then like people go nuts, like as the Batman logo illuminates behind it.
Yeah.
And listen, that's a great teaser, and I love that dialogue. It's a shame it wasn't in the movie, but what's it called?
Is that
It's
Zach?
like the the guy announcing before. Yeah, yeah,
No.
that's him.
Yeah, the one that screams right after that goes.
Oh, yeah, that might. It sounds like him. General
like,
Swanwick. That's the guy who was in
oh,
Man of Steel
he
as
he was
well.
like teased right to be Martian Manhunter.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
apparently, like months after all the films came out, like so many articles written about the Snyder Cut or whatever.
Yeah.
Finally, Snyder was like, "Oh yeah, he was supposed to play Martian Manhunter,"
Uh,
which is like Also, that's another nitpick in Man of Steel. When Superman like gives himself up to the government or the Marines or whatever,
Yeah.
Swanwick is there. The supposedly Martian Manhunter, he's there in the room, and like Superman uses his like X-ray vision to see like the mints like lifesavers.
Yeah.
He sees like in like one of the doctor's pockets. He's like, "Oh, I see you have like some lightsabers there." Why didn't he see the fact that there was a like an alien, like another Martian Manhunter
Yeah.
in the
That
room? How
that's
does how did he not even? Okay, whatever.
if it's not addressed in the film or at all, that's what directors have been doing lately. And I'd like to blame the Russo brothers a lot because they really
Oh
started this
yeah,
after Endgame and Infinity War, and the
yep.
screenwriters too. And then they go, "Oh yeah, by the way, this was part of the film, but it wasn't included in it, so just take our word for it."
The thing is, they don't even say that. They just like they one of like what I imagine. You know, like comic cons, like you line up to like meet people or
Yeah.
writers or directors or whatever, and there's like a you get a picture with them and you get like signed stuff or whatever.
Hmm.
I think what happens is they meet like a super fan, and the super fan tells them their uh theory on something, and they decide whether they want to make it like, oh yeah, this was always the plan, we always knew this was gonna happen, or this whatever.
That's I've thought about that before, but I've thought to myself, I'm like, what? How low would you have to go to like actually?
Come on,
Yeah.
there's like
And I mean, they probably did do it because just to like gain attention in the media again, so people can go
right,
watch their movie. And if you think about it, it's kind of smart because they're
it is kind of
once
smart.
again getting headlines and stuff, and people are all like, "Oh, what are they talking about?" So
Right.
yeah,
Also, you know the Batman like panel when like Robert Pattinson comes up.
oh yeah,
He is Batman without like the billionaire status and like the money. He probably is still rich, but like without like being a like a vigilante,
he,
because he just lives anywhere. Like he's living in like a desolate like gray apartment.
yeah,
You know something I noticed while I was listening to Matt Reeves talk about Batman.
uh-huh.
He sounds like Michael Cera.
Really,
He really does. If you if you hold up,
he does.
he does, right?
Yeah,
Wow, great stuff.
yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even notice that. I,
I was just like I was listening and I was like, what is this Michael Cera?
yeah, yeah. I think that's the first
Anyway,
time. I think yesterday was the first time I've ever heard Matt Reeves talk like in depth like that.
yep, same.
It's interesting though. How many movies has
Like
he
shout
made?
out to him, man.
Yeah, he's
He made the Planet of the Apes trilogy.
oh okay.
But I know like he did like
Oh, he did Cloverfield.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
that's one of the ones he's known for.
those were good. Well, at least I liked them.
The apes films that he did work
Hmm.
on, he like apparently they're like really like solid.
Yeah, I think he made like supposedly one of the best ones, right?
Yeah, yeah, apparently.
I think it
Um,
was War.
I think it might have been
Yeah,
the latest one, right?
yeah.
So I want to play this game with you,
Mhm.
right? Where we're gonna, uh, not we're gonna predict. We're gonna try to predict
Right.
which one of the or how many Suicide Squad members die in the movie,
Hmm.
and how which one of them which which one of the team members is gonna live? Like how many?
Right, right.
Right? Because this is huge. Like the amount of people on this team, and people like there are like people saying like, oh, there's I'm sure they're gonna have like trouble like balancing the characters. There's no way like half of the characters are gonna live
Yeah,
by
I
the second act.
I think. Well, knowing James Gunn, he's probably gonna play like half the deaths for laughs. You know, like side characters that don't really
Oh
matter.
yeah, 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 absolutely. You know, the guy who he's on SNL. He's in this film as well.
Oh, he's a comedian, right?
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson. He's dead. There's no way he's living. Like it's past this first act maybe.
Why was he not? Oh, okay.
Because he's like, first of all, he's like Pete Davidson,
Yeah.
and he's a comedian. He's not like really an actor.
And by the way, spoilers in case we spoil the Suicide Squad for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Because this is gonna be spot on.
yeah,
We're gonna get this.
hopefully. All right.
Okay, let's go down the list. Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Oh
Nope.
no,
No way.
probably not.
She's yeah.
Too valuable.
I think it's safe to say like the big name actors
Yeah.
probably not.
Um,
I do have this one like lingering suspicion. I think they might kill Captain Boomerang.
really?
I because the thing is he's not like a like he's like a fun character or whatever. But like I don't know.
Do we even
You
know
know,
the premises of like what's going on or why? Like at all?
apparently Starro is the villain.
Starro? I don't think. I didn't watch the whole panel, so I'm not sure what's going on.
They it like leaked like right before the Suicide
Oh.
Squad panel. Apparently Starro is the villain, which if that's the case, uh
Oh no.
I think because like he has like I think you can do interesting stuff with Starro,
Yeah, yeah.
but really he's just like a big like starfish.
There was a isn't isn't there's a ride at Knott's Berry Farm or no. Yeah, Knott's Berry Farm over here in California based off this.
Is
It's
there?
yeah, it's like you have to they've like taken over they've taken over wherever what is it, Metropolis or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I think that's where I know them from. Anyways, go ahead.
Right. There's okay, Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
I have this lingering suspicion that they'll kill him, but at the end of the day, like he's kind of one of the main people. So no, I'm gonna say no. He's gonna live. What about you?
Um probably. I mean, he could I don't know. There isn't like much. I feel like he's an interesting character, but yeah, he'll probably end up dying like by the second act or something.
All right.
Yeah.
What about? I think Rick Flag and like Waller, they kind of set from like because they're like the only like two like authority figures who don't have bombs in their necks.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe they always do that weird thing where they survive somehow through everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's that one scene that like it's probably the only scene in Suicide Squad, the 2016 one
Hmm.
that I like, where depending on which cut of the movie you're watching,
Hmm.
uh, Will Smith walks into like a room and like Viola Davis is there,
Uh-huh.
who Amanda Waller,
Yeah,
and he's like, "How the hell are you still alive?"
yeah.
And I think that's I think if anyone's gonna make those jokes and like have it land,
Yeah,
it's got to be Gunn's James Gunn's writing.
yeah, definitely.
Idris Elba, Blood Sports. I think he's gonna survive.
Yeah, of course. He's too good to be wasted, you know. But also, I was gonna say, you know how they did that thing in Deadpool where they just hired what was his name? Damn. Um, he came out in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I can't remember his name.
Uh,
Fight Club.
who?
I can't remember.
Oh, Brad
Oh
Pitt.
yeah, Brad Pitt. They brought on Brad Pitt just for like that one, I guess, cameo, and that was literally like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, that was hilarious.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking they're gonna
Like
do
he
with
was.
most of these.
I think I thought that was gonna be the case as well, but like Brad Pitt and like if I don't know if you remember in like in Ragnarok,
Uh
Thor
huh.
Ragnarok, there's there's like a small Matt Damon cameo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, no one knew that like Brad Pitt and Matt Damon were in those movies. I think they're like trying to build like a big like roster of like huge actors
Yeah.
who I feel like this film is probably going to do amazing because by the time this comes out, like cinemas are going to be like fairly open, I think,
It comes out next year, right? Or
next year, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, probably.
Like
It looks like a
summer
really
of
fun
next year,
movie, and I think a lot of people are just as hyped for it.
and I think it's a matter of time before it gets like a sequel greenlit.
Yeah. But is this still a sequel to the first one or no?
I think it's like a soft reboot
Yeah.
because Harley Quinn is the same, Captain Boomerang's the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably.
Um, but okay, okay. John Cena, Peacemaker. What do you think?
You know
I
what?
think he's living
Yeah, I think he is too.
because the way they explained his character, I love it. The way like John Cena said like he's uh he's Captain America but like a douchebag.
Yeah.
I love that description so much. Uh, I
Polka
I
dot
never know how to
mask.
say his name.
Um,
David Dast Malchian? Sure,
the guy
that's
from Ant-Man, right? He's just
the
like
guy from Ant Man,
just in the
and
background.
also he's in Dark Knight Rises
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Dark Knight. What do you reckon?
You know what? I'm gonna say he lives, honestly,
I think so. I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's a good actor too, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's very underrated. I
yeah,
feel. Michael Rooker, who played what's his name? Peter Quill's father or surrogate father,
yeah, yeah. Um,
the guy with the fin on his head. Crap.
I Yondu.
Yondu.
I
Okay.
I'd say he.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd say I feel like James Gunn would just kill him off like within the first
Yeah,
three
because they're
seconds.
friends.
Yeah, and it feels like something that would happen, but at the same time,
Right.
he's in a decent amount of the footage too.
That's true. But the yeah, that's very true. Yeah, 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 yeah. Crap.
Yeah,
Uh, I'd say he's gonna live,
yeah,
but
probably
like maybe like he finds a way to get off, or like he goes away, or like he gets the bomb out of his neck, or something like that.
javelins.
Javelin, Flula Borg, who Flula like the person, the actor.
Hmm.
Like I've seen him in like some stuff, and I know he's like kind of like a comedic actor. I think he's gonna die like immediately almost.
His costume looks. Oh, he's the one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really like his costume design. I remember seeing the leaks. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't doubt
yeah.
it if he does. I mean, what is he?
Uh,
He doesn't have any really
yeah.
special abilities.
He, I mean, his name is Javelin,
Yeah,
so I'm assuming like,
I think
yeah, no, no,
what we
no,
can base this off of is like what each one is capable of. You know.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just gonna say, I love the suits, and I loved like the comic bookiness
Uh
of
huh.
them, and the fact that like Gunn, I swear, Gunn just like he gets it.
Yeah.
He like everything like all his like comic book stuff.
Uh huh.
He balances like the he's on the ledge of like serious but also playful or whatever, you
Yeah,
know?
and he does this thing where he makes them like overly emotional, like out of nowhere,
Right.
like
Yeah,
especially in
yeah, yeah.
Guardians, it gets so emotional, and like I think he knows what to do, and he does it right.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I love about him.
And like it sounds so stupid to say this,
Uh huh.
but he doesn't take his films like so seriously. Like he knows what they are.
Yeah.
He knows that they're like kind of just fun popcorn films.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ratcatcher 2, Daniela Melchior, who's playing Ratcatcher 2.
You know.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think she's gonna live.
Yeah. Probably. What she has personal connection with animals and the ability to train them. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that might come in handy. Yeah.
But also I feel like it's like on DC's part, on Warner Brothers part,
Hmm.
she's like a she's like sort of like a first of all she's like a female character,
Hmm.
which I'm not trying to say like uh, all female characters should live or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but like she has like untapped potential. I feel
Well, yeah.
well where you might be like before 2014, no one knew who like Groot was or like Rocket Raccoon. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like she might become one of those characters.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I could see it working, especially with a lot of these characters that are not very well. People know them, but they're like not talked about as much.
Yeah,
Like
they're like C-list
who the
almost.
hell talks about Polka Dot Man? You know?
No one.
Yeah.
I love. I fuck man. I'm gonna go out. Like such a huge like thing about James Gunn.
Uh,
He has this like incredible ability to get like people from like the like underneath the comics that no one reads, and he's like, I'm gonna use this character because fuck you. I don't care who. What are you gonna do? Stop me?
he's like
It's such a great thing. I feel
I think he's kind of like Taika Waititi, but I feel like James Gunn is just in his
better.
films. Yeah, it's just so much better. The writing is well, no, I'd say that Taika Waititi has better writing, but and I'd say that James Gunn has how he does it. His style of just directing is literally just him being himself. I
Right.
know
Yeah. Yeah.
Taika has that too, but it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't come off on
It
certain
does. It
people.
does. I feel for like Thor Ragnarok and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think it translates as well
yeah. It
into like the superhero genre.
rubs off on some people like not very well. And I think with James Gunn,
Yeah.
he literally just he's just such a likable person, you know, and I think that's what makes
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
film so
Yeah.
good.
His personality,
Uh-huh.
like it finds its way onto the screen.
Yeah.
Who's next? King Shark. He's living. There's
Yeah.
no way. Like he's gonna die. Who's gonna kill him?
Yeah. There was
Like who's really gonna kill him?
he looks so like sweet. Isn't he
He.
isn't he gonna he I mean he's on the
He
Harley
does look
Quinn.
sweet.
He's on the Harley Quinn show, right?
Yeah,
He,
he is. Yeah.
I feel like in this movie he's gonna be portrayed as like this quiet, like big guy that doesn't
I think he is as well. Yeah.
yeah. That should be
People said
interesting.
they didn't list his voice actor,
Uh-huh.
or people don't know who's gonna voice him. And like ages ago, there was like hints that Taika Waititi was like voicing someone.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna voice like King, or like in like maybe like one piece of dialogue at the end
Yeah.
where he
I,
like says something,
I could see
and
that.
the whole team like whoa whatever you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's that's
yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
King Shark. Listen, King Shark is getting like a lot of. He's in the Harley Quinn show. He's in the Suicide Squad game. He's in this.
Yeah.
Listen,
He's getting a
I
lot of
wouldn't be
publicity.
surprised. I think genuinely, I think he could turn up in like Aquaman 2, and people would be like, "Oh, look, that's King Shark. What a
Yeah.
great like character."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. That actually yeah, that'd be smart.
Um, Mongo. I've looked up this character,
Uh-huh.
and apparently, uh, she is from, or maybe there's like two different versions
Uh-huh.
of her, but she's like the girl version of this one character, Mongol.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've actually read that one. That's from he appears in the Green Lantern one. I think
Okay,
yeah, that's Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner's first person that he fights.
all right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay.
All right. Um,
Um, I'm trying to find like more stuff on her
yeah.
because I remember reading. I don't know who told me this. Apparently, she's from like a similar planet to like Starfire. Like
Um,
I don't know if that's true though.
it could be, or maybe they're just confusing it with the look.
Yeah, because they just look really similar.
Yeah. I'm not too sure on this.
Uh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's just appeared
So
in
it's
Green Lantern stuff.
right. So it says her abilities: blast power, intellect, leadership, and unarmed combat.
She's like really fucking
So
buff.
she's very, she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's interesting. I don't know.
Um,
Probably.
I feel like I think she's another one of those people who are like find her way off
Yeah.
the team and should probably go back to space or something.
She seems like, well, she seems like too much of an overpowered character to.
Yeah, meets. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I feel that.
All right. Thinker.
Peter Capaldi's the Thinker. Honestly,
Yeah.
I forgot he was in this. I was so surprised when they were like, "Oh, he's gonna play the Thinker."
You know what? I'm starting to realize something, and this could actually go very well for the This is in the DCEU, right?
Yeah,
All right. They can save like half of these villains and set them up because I know the Flash is gone against the Thinker. That could,
yeah,
if they do sequels, I know, but most of these characters can be set up. They can like what you said, that they find their way off,
yeah.
and they could reference like other stuff. But
I think, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is like such a great like jumping off point. The way like I envision the next couple years for them going. I think a lot of people are gonna see these movies and they're gonna be like, "Oh, these are some cool villains." And then when they show up in like solo movies or whatever,
yeah,
they'll be like, "Oh, I know that person," you know?
yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. This is like a perfect introduction of because most of these are like lesser known rogues galleries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this could be interesting.
I like Peter Capaldi. I think he's great.
Yeah.
The Thinker. I watched like the final season of The Flash that I ever saw
Hmm.
was the one where the Thinker was the villain,
I don't.
and like it's like the season of The Flash. It's kind of average,
Yeah.
as I feel it always is. But the idea of like the Thinker, I think that's really good.
Yeah, it could work. Yeah, I mean, I could see him like not what's it called? Not dying right away. Yeah, he could definitely be set up.
Alicia Braga's Sol Soria. I'm gonna be honest. I
Actually,
don't know who the fuck this
yeah, me
is.
neither. Looking that up.
They pulled up her like the comic counterpart when they were doing like the roles.
Uh huh.
I could not tell you who like I recognized like one picture of her that they put up,
Uh huh.
but like I don't get it.
Can't find anything.
Okay,
Did you find anything?
Juan. There's a Juan Soria who I think is maybe her brother or like a male version of her.
Probably. They. I know they do. Apologies for all our avid comic book readers. I know you're cringing really hard.
Yeah, I'm not great with lore,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, they the one of the affiliations of this character is the Suicide Squad.
Mm. I think
Um,
it might be an original character or not. I don't know.
it might be, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Blackguard, Pete Davidson's Blackguard.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap, we forgot to do. Do you think they'll survive? Do we? Crap. Okay, do we think the Thinker will survive?
um.
I
Yeah.
think yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Definitely.
He's like really smart.
All right.
Sol Soria? I don't think so. I feel like she's probably gonna die.
Yeah. It, I mean, we found nothing on her. I doubt they'll keep her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Okay, Pete Davidson's Blackguard. I know he is a character,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things where like James Gunn read like a comic book that two people bought in the 80s, like two collective people have read ever, and was like, okay, Blackguard, yeah, I'm gonna use that character.
Who is he? He's gone against Booster Gold, right? That's what it says on.
Oh, that's very good. Oh, I do know this person. Okay, that's why I recognize the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So don't ask me why, but I have this like obsession with like Booster Gold and Blue Beetle and stuff
Uh-huh.
because I really like their like dynamic.
Hmm.
And I read they like put out like a reprint of Booster Gold's first ever comic,
Hmm.
and he fights this guy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But again, he looks nothing like Pete Davidson.
Yeah. You know what? I could, because I know DC is secretly, they haven't announced it yet, but they have like a bunch of ideas probably, and like I said before, this is probably the catapult into like doing multiple solo films and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Matt, do you want to know why I think James Gunn picked this character?
why?
So I'm reading so I'm reading his description.
Uh-huh.
His full name is Richard Dick Hertz.
Okay.
He's fucking dying. There's no way
Yeah.
he's gonna survive.
Thank you, James Gunn.
Thank you. Seriously. That's such a fantastic just like
Why? Why would you,
get him in for
like, where does that come from?
I had no idea. No idea.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I feel like I feel like he was used in the first like issue of Booster Gold as just
Uh-huh.
like a throwaway villain,
Yeah,
and then like 20 years later, someone found him and like named him Dick Hertz.
yeah. It's so
Wow,
stupid.
fantastic.
Uh,
He's dead. There's no way
yeah.
he's gonna live.
But what does he even
Um,
have? Is he just like, um he's just all combat or what?
he in the comics apparently he's just like he has like power energy shields and stuff,
Okay. Yeah, probably
but
not.
in the movie he's like he literally like holds two guns,
Oh,
like handguns.
okay,
So
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Nathan Fillion, TDK, who I've searched this up. I think it's original character,
Yeah,
but I think it's based on someone who already exists in the DC universe.
probably. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
The issue with like the issue with searching TDK DC is it's just gonna get up the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is he's full fall off arm boy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the
I
one
think
that,
he
yeah.
is.
He's the one that that's his power, that his arms fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. Wow, fantastic, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's
James Gunn, dude. He should just direct he should write everything.
right. You know what? Interestingly enough, he might just for like comedic laughs.
I think he's gonna live. I think he's gonna like they're gonna do that like Amanda Waller thing where there's gonna be like a huge third act fight and like somehow he lives.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean Gunn's Weasel. Now there's been so many people who on like just in the day that has happened since yesterday, since the panel, so many people have like fucking made like just the screenshot that says Sean Gunn Weasel or is Weasel. That's somehow a meme. People are like, this is fucking hilarious, which is I don't get it. I don't know.
It's fucking haunting. He's like, he's not even looking straight.
No, he isn't. And there's like, have you seen? Okay, so this is a plug for one of my friends in the comic book community.
Huh.
Doom Patrol is his at on Instagram.
Huh.
He makes like content about Doom Patrol.
Right.
He's on Twitter as well. But the because Doom Patrol is like on it's on its season just ended, so
Yeah.
he's just making like random DC stuff.
Mhm.
He made this like fan cam of Weasel and it's just it's WAP, like the music for Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP, and it's just like clips of the few clips that he's in. It's really something. I I'm like kind of scared because first of all, I think he might die. That's my thing. That's my prediction.
Yeah, probably. Um, it's
But
it's his brother, right?
but I think
That's playing him.
yeah, Sean Gunn is his brother,
Right, right,
and Sean Gunn did like he was on set for like the motion capture for Rocket Raccoon.
right.
So Sean Gunn, he for the Guardians films, Sean Gunn is on set, and
Uh-huh.
he's like crouching down
Hmm.
to be like Rocket Raccoon's height. There's this hilarious image from behind the scenes in Endgame
Hmm.
where he just like everyone's like marching towards the time machine, and then he's just in the back there. He's just in the back there, and he's what is he doing?
How do you
I
keep
mean,
serious
listen,
with
like,
him?
how do you keep serious with that in front of your
Yeah.
face? I don't know. I guess for lucky for him, he gets to stand up for this film.
Yeah.
Uh, I my prediction, I think how it's gonna go.
Hmm.
I think what's gonna happen is like the team, like unanimously, the team is gonna decide he's their favorite like person,
Hmm.
like, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at you, you're so great," or whatever, you
Hmm.
know. And then like at the end, he's gonna die, and that's gonna get like the team together to be like, let's
Oh
go,
yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you. Like
right?
kind of like Yandu, right? At the
Kind of like Yondu,
yeah, yeah. All right.
or kind of like if you imagine like the mentor in Iron Man 1,
Hmm.
the
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Iranian dude,
Yeah.
if he died like on the cusp of Act 2,
Hmm.
like at the very end,
Yeah.
then like yeah, that's what I think his character is gonna be.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I get you.
What do you reckon? You think he's gonna die?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't. I would see it like because I know they're like good brothers and they like joke around a lot, so I wouldn't doubt it if he does.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. I think there's all the characters of significance anyway.
Yeah. The others are just like majors and stuff, right? And
Yeah, they're all like the Storm Reed, who is a pretty good actor. She's gonna play Idris Elba's daughter, I think. Yeah, Bloodsport's daughter.
oh, okay.
Um, yeah, yeah. Crap. Is that the end? Do
Yeah,
we end there?
yeah. I think that's it.
Dude, we've been sitting here for like ages.
Uh,
Shit.
We've really gone.
Okay.